I'm going to ask you this one question. Do you think you're open-minded? I'm going to share my journey from being a stubborn to an open-minded to a standing up for your own self person. I personally felt I was open-minded. I felt I was open for others' opinions, others' choices, others' decisions. Until this one day, one experience that changed it. It was the first day of high school. Everything was going to have a fresh start. I was scared, I was anxious. And then I went to my class and sat on a bench towards the corner. I saw some really new people. There were new teachers, new classes, new peers. Basically a lot of things had changed than what it was in middle school. Then I take a look around trying to figure out everything, and I say I like this, and no, this isn't really my thing. I figure out that I'm judging things so fast, things that I haven't even experienced yet. I say I call myself open-minded, and I'm right here sitting in my class on the first day of high school where I'm practically clueless about everything, yet I'm judging it based on my perception and opinion. I brainstorm about it further and give it a further thought, and I tell myself that you're literally assuming what the thing is going to be without even knowing it, and you call yourself open-minded? The funny thing is that I had this strong dislike when people would call me close-minded, when they would say I wasn't ready to listen to others, when they would say I was too young to understand, and it really hurt me. I feel really bad when someone judges me before they get to know me. So how'd they be feeling when I do the same? I wanted to change. I really wanted to. Trust me, it was really hard and I was scared. I felt I'd have to lose myself. I'd have to stop being me. I'd have to change who I am, and then only I should be an open-minded person. That thought was lingering in my mind throughout the entire day. One evening, my brother was watching a video of a YouTuber who gives life lessons through different situations. I was sitting beside him listening to music, and then I heard this line from the video, saying that you don't need to change yourself to be open-minded, and that accepting something doesn't mean you agree to it. And I say, this is it. I got the answer, and that changed my perspective on being open-minded. So this brings me to my second point. I'm sure 90% of us would be able to relate to this. Day in and day out, in every house, the children of my generation would be having friction with the older generations, from the smallest of things like what to wear when, to the biggest issues like choosing a subject in high school. Being self-opinionated and sticking to your own point is equally important. So you need to strike a balance. I learned that being open-minded is not a trait or a quality you're born with. It's something you need to learn through experience, through keenness of eye, from what you speak, the way you talk, the way you eat, the way you do your homework, simply the way you do anything, you need to be open-minded. My mom keeps on telling me I don't want to try something new. Shubhi, just believe me for once and be open-minded. It's actually really hard for me to listen to her that minute. But after all, I just do it, and it always makes sense. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that doing what you want and then going right or wrong, in a way, does make you a responsible and courageous person. You learn to take risks in life, which is also a life skill. But at the same time, everything can't be learned practically. I've been told that many do's and don'ts have to be learned in theory, as learning these things practically can lead to irreversible mistakes. Giving a simple example, if you're doing a chemistry assignment in the lab and if you're told not to touch acid or else you'll burn your hand, one better listen to and not go out to check if it's true. But at the same time, if you want to bake a cake with perfection, mugging up the recipe will definitely not help. You need to practice. There's no set list which can work for one and all. Here comes priority. So the point is, I should not be judging people. I mean, it does happen automatically, but then I don't want that judging to affect my perspective about who that person is or what that thing is. It's not that easy. Striking a balance does sound preachy, especially when a girl of my age says. I'd like to leave you with this one line, one quote by Frank Zappa. A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open.